God only knows what great things we could manage under such conditions. We're becoming incredibly technologically powerful. And what would it be if we became, what would it be like if we became equally wise? Well, that would really be something. God only knows what we could manage in the next 20 years or the next 100 years, you know? We're running at 40%, most of us, you know, because we're half in and half out. And it's not surprising because life is difficult. It's like, well, what if you were 90% in or 95% in or all in? Because you're all in anyways, right? It's a life and death game. No one gets out of this. Everyone dies. You might as well commit yourself. And you might as well commit yourself to the highest good that you can attain, because why not? It'll imbue your life with meaning. It's hard, the responsibility's there, but all the meaning's in the responsibility, and that'll make your life better. It'll make your family's life better, and it should make your culture better. Maybe it make the world better. It's like, that'll justify your damn miserable existence at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're wondering what the hell you're doing here. And that's a good thing, because there's going to be days when you're aching and tired and sore, and there's people in your family that are sick, and you're cynical and bitter, and you need a reason to get up, and you think, yeah, well, a little more heaven and a little less hell, maybe I can pull that off today and tomorrow and next week. And that's worth struggling forward for.
Hello and welcome here on KSB TV today with a really interesting stream, because I invited Brother KG from Internet Money to talk about his wallet, the wallet of the future. I'm so excited about that. Let's not wait too long. Let's bring him off right away, because we have so many things we want to discuss today. Hey, Brother KG, how's it going?
Good, man. What an intro. Jordan dropping fire.
Right?
Wow, that was a great way to get started, man. Thanks for having me on today.
Thank you so much. You're actually the first one to mention the intro, man. I'm so proud of that. I just remembered when I was on Instagram scrolling through and I saw that and it resonated so much. And then with the music, man, it actually made me cry when I was editing this one. And, you know, he's talking about obviously something else, but he could also talk about crypto, because we are all like 90%, 95%, or even all in, you know, and this resonated a lot, especially with me. So let's
Great
say
way to start the stream. Great way to start the stream.
So let's look into the chat here. We have Don Montoya already here. Brandon is in the chat. Stefan R. Well, you guys, I have all my questions loaded up, and we will find everything out about Internet Money. It's going to be really exciting. And Brad KG, I just want to ask the first question here. What is the vision of Internet Money, and why did you create it?
Sure. So the vision of Internet Money is to provide relevance and simplicity for everybody that wants to get into the crypto space or is already in the crypto space. Now, that's a very wide audience, right? Because there's people that have never interacted with crypto before, and there's people like us who are interacting with crypto every single day. So building a wallet is a little tough in that aspect, because you have to make it relevant for everybody, because the wallet is the gateway. So actually, if you see Don Montoya here in the chat, he's the co-founder on the Internet Money Project. What's up? So Don and I, we come from a background of interacting with people through our various careers, and we love education and we love crypto. And when we analyzed who we are as people and what we wanted to bring the crypto space, what made the most sense for us was to build a wallet. Because that's the thing that, unless you're like the 1% of the 1% of people in the crypto space, you're using a wallet. No one is really interacting directly with the chain. So we felt that was the value we could provide. And it actually came from the early inspiration days of Pulse Chain. You know, everybody was talking about, oh, what are we going to build on the chain? What are we going to do? And this is what really resonated with us. And this is what we felt we could do well and do strong.
Well, we have MetaMask out there, but MetaMask really, I do not want to say it, but they really suck. The default settings are bad. You cannot see how much money you earn. You hold. You cannot filter. You cannot sort out. You cannot do anything. And I hope Internet Money gonna help us, the users, to have a better experience in crypto, because this is at the end what will onboard the people. And what I want to do is I want to screen share really quick, because I have some things here under this video prepared for you guys, for the viewers. So let me go there really quick. I have like all those links that you
nice.
need to know about Internet Money here, Internet Money IO, the Telegram chat that is really important for you guys to go there and learn. And then also here you find the Twitter links of Brother KG and Internet Money. And I didn't even know you have a YouTube. That's great. And I have you there as well. And then look, a lot of people want to know about Internet Money, about WD, those coins from Internet Money. And then they want to know, what is the price? So let's go to CoinGecko right away. And we are seeing here it's a green day for Internet Money. Amazing how it's going for you. Since when are you listed? Because I heard that's recent, right?
Yes, actually, we just got listed 2 days ago, and that's been a journey for us because actually IM here is on 2 chains. It's on Binance and it's on Ethereum. We've actually been on Binance for over a year. We launched there in November of 2021. And so we've applied for CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, I mean, 5 or more times. And when we launched on Ethereum, we just launched on Ethereum 3 or 4 days ago. We reapplied and we got listed. So actually here on CoinGecko, you can see both the Binance and the Ethereum chart. On CoinMarketCap, it's only Ethereum for now, but we're working on that.
And here you have probably seen it. I have CoinMarketCap here as well. This is a site that I never go onto, but I just recently have been onto to explain, hey, why is Hex listed on page 3 and so on. But then I saw something really interesting, because this is the site of new currencies, and we have Internet Money being listed here on CoinMarketCap already. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
I mean, CoinMarketCap, rather to say, we do not like them, but they're still one of the biggest coin ranking sites. So it's interesting that they have Internet Money listed right away.
Yeah, so that's the thing about CoinMarketCap is like there is definitely some bias to different projects and some gatekeeping happening, but at the same time, a lot of crypto looks to these sites, CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, as authorities and the arbiters of what is good and what is real and true and safe. And so even though it sucks that we as a space have given them that power, the power still exists nonetheless. And so to get on there is such a big win for a community, because it's not necessarily easy for smaller products.
That's true. That's true. So let's go to the side of Internet Money. And what I would like to do with our viewers together is to download the Internet Money wallet here. I will download it for the Chrome browser. Let's see, is there something else that we also want to talk about before we create the wallet? Maybe we just go through the site here really quick. It's fairly simple. Everything is still in its infancies, right? Because when I downloaded the Internet Money Wallet, it said that this is like a beta, right?
Yes, we are currently in beta version 1, and actually we are about 7 to 8 weeks from our beta version 2. So beta version 2 is going to be, well, we can deep dive if you want, but we're going to release our first round of security audit, actually our second round of security audits. We've already been through round 1, and we're also going to release our WD token. So all of our tokens will be out there in existence. The wallet and all the tokens will be security audited, and those security audits will be available for everybody to read. So we're about 7 to 8 weeks from beta version 2.
Well, that's amazing that you mentioned that, because this would be my next question already. Elaborate a little bit on the security aspect of Internet Money, such as audits, for example.
Sure. So when you release a token, right, the security audit process is pretty simple. You do the audit, and if it has no admin keys and it's immutable, the token goes out there, it exists, you're done, right? The audit's there, it's not changing. So our tokens are immutable with no admin keys. So those security audits, they'll just be what they are. Now, where the wallet gets a little different is you have different types of security. It's not just, hey, green check. because there are a lot of things to consider with the wallet. There's servers, there is on-chain stuff, there is front-end vulnerabilities, back-end vulnerabilities. So you do get security audits, but you also get things like penetration testing, which is people actually go in there and try to break it, try to hack it, try to do all these things. And that's actually an ongoing process. So it's not like, hey, we got a security audit, here it goes, we're good forever. We're going to have a security audit for a version that we push out, that we feel comfortable with, that we feel is safe and ready for people to actually start using and transacting with. And then as we continue to push out updates, like part of the wallet process should be, and look, people say, oh, MetaMask is the safest wallet. Yeah, prove it. Okay, where are all of their security audits? Where is all these things that they're claiming to be safe? We're saying, oh, they're safe because people don't get hacked. How do we know that? We hear about people getting hacked all day, every day on MetaMask. How do we know that some of these hacks are not inside jobs? Call me a conspiracy theorist. That's fine, but we actually don't know. You can say I'm wrong. People can believe I'm wrong, but we can't prove that I'm wrong unless, there is some peer review. But long story short, they don't have official security audits that they put out there to people. So as we continue to do updates and push builds out for everybody to use, we will continue the security audit process. So what you're seeing right now is just like, hey, here it is for the build you're using. It's audited. It's safe. Let's go.
Amazing. So my idea was to download the wallet right now with the viewers together, because so far I think most of the people have only used MetaMask, maybe Trust Wallet, but Internet Money is new. So I know nobody has seen it so far. So let's click on download crypto wallet and click on Chrome, because this is what I'm using here. And I think the other ones are for the iPhone and then for Android, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
So we just like we know it from MetaMask, we can add it to Chrome. It's an extension. And now we click on add extension.
And look at that. This is on the Chrome store. Look at that beautiful Pulse Chain logo right there on an official store. We are bringing awareness to Pulse Chain through this wallet. Just wanted to point that out.
And if you go down here, actually, where was it? I think in the overview, yeah. You can watch the video. You can read all the information here already, like on the Chrome web store. So I think that is pretty cool. And now to bring up our Internet Wallet, we just click here on Internet Wallet. We can pin it. We will do that later as well. And it says, welcome to Internet Money, the future of finance by people for the people. And now we have those two possibilities to click on. We can say that we are new to crypto, and we can say that we are experienced with crypto. And when I did it the first time, I clicked on experience with crypto. The process was a little bit faster. And when I did it the second time, I had tried new to crypto, and there I had a little bit more explanation. Why did you choose this route? Why did you choose to give it like this two possibilities here?
The thought there was, okay, for example, I have downloaded plenty of wallets, right? I don't need all those extra slides and all that extra explanation. I just want to get right into the wallet. So like long-term vision, we want, well, first of all, there's that aspect, the new to crypto, that user is going to get more education. It's going to be a little more hand holding, some more steps. And we going forward into the future, we see a reality where there is maybe like an expert mode and a new mode, where there might be more features, more complex features for the experienced user, where the new user might just, be, hey, send, receive, swap crypto. And then there can maybe be some kind of switch that they can switch later. So we just felt like there was two different types of people that would be using this. And so we wanted to create customized experiences for them.
Amazing. So let's click on I acknowledge that I have read the and accept the privacy policies and terms of conditions. Let's go with new crypto, so people can just see what else you have on here. We don't have to go through in detail, but just so the people see, it's pretty nice to give the viewers right away all the information that they need to know.
And actually on this point too, like you see how it's kind of small there on the screen. One thing that we have coming out, like one thing we're going to build out as well, is making it nice and pretty for the full screen there. This is kind of just temporary.
Of course. I mean, it says at one point, it says somewhere that this is a beta and this is everything in the works and so on. And here it informs you about the seed phrase, for example, and you choose to go other than MetaMask to go with 24 words. Why is that?
Well, it is an additional layer of security, because there's a term in the security world called entropy, and entropy just basically means how hard is it to guess a thing. And so the more words you have, the more entropy you have. So it's harder to brute force, and it's another layer of security. We want to build that out as well, like introduce 25th word passphrases. We want to get awesome with it, but so we thought 24, that's a good base point, and it's already better than 12.
So here it says, never share the seed phrase with anyone. If someone asks for your seed phrase, consider it a scam. And I think this is really important. Like all the security aspects that you are working on, and even having third-party audits and so on. So actually, I believe your wallet is secure and there won't be any problems with that. The problem most of the time is with the user not knowing, right? Not knowing about crypto, maybe sending funds somewhere else, or talking about his seed phrases, maybe having them publicly somewhere. I don't know what is possible, right? But most of the times, scammers are approaching people maybe with a fake name, and then people are really easy to give away those seed phrases. So I like that you have it here addressed right away.
Yep, and we even want to make it more obvious. We want to continue to do stuff like that. Like, hey, make sure to not click links. We just want to continue to plant those seeds.
Perfect. So let's continue here. I understand the basics. Oh, it went down there a little bit. Good. So let's continue. And now this is different from MetaMask, for example, where you can set up a password or set up a passcode. When I saw that the first time, I didn't really understood what is the difference. So I had to try it out. Why did you choose to go with the password or with the passcode?
So passcode is more convenient. It's easier to remember. It's quicker if you're someone who's switching in and out of your wallet. It's also really nice on the phone to have a passcode versus a password. But the password is more secure because you can make it all types of characters, numbers, uppercase, lowercase. So again, password's going to be more secure from a brute force standpoint, but the passcode's a little more convenient. And so again, we're trying to be also a wallet with options. Right? If a new person comes and downloads the wallet, a passcode's going to be more familiar to what they're used to in other legacy apps. So again, just giving options.
And from what I have seen so far is that you are able later on to change the password or the passcode. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And now I think it's also really important for the people to understand, like, you can actually lose the password or passcode. It's not too much of a problem. Obviously, you don't want to, but if you have your 24 words, this is exactly what you need to recover your funds always. So
absolutely.
Out of convenience,
we can't sorry, go ahead.
Out of convenience, let's go with the passcode. We make it really easy here today. This is just a dummy wallet, so to say, and we do that public so everybody can follow along, and we just choose a really easy password here just to continue. And now we have to confirm the process as well, just to make sure we have typed the right passcode for us and we have access later on, 100%. So let's continue, and the wallet is created. What is created at this step here right now?
You're actually activating the BIP39 seed generation standard. And so it's just loading, it's running the algorithm there.
All right. So in the next step, when we click on continue, then it says, just like MetaMask, that now your seed phrase will be, publicized, right? Ready for you to see and to write down. Is there anything else that we need to discuss at this point?
No, we just made sure to put that in red because, they're about to see it, right? It's like, hey, make sure you're not, make sure no one's looking over your shoulder right now. It's we didn't want that part to be missed because, it's about to happen.
All right. So let's click on reveal seed phrase. And now we have the 24 words here revealed. I will just copy paste them, which you should never do, obviously. And I probably even don't need to copy paste them because it's a throwaway wallet anyways. And what you want to do is you want to write them down on a piece of paper, really, really important, so that you have them saved, not digitally, but in the analog world. And I think this is one of the most important things that we are always teaching, right? What would be a problem of putting it just as a copy paste into your computer?
Well, the fear there is, again, how often does this happen? I mean, probably not often, but the fear is maybe somebody can hack your computer, find the file, find your seed phrase. puts it in a place that has the potential to be compromised. And actually, we have it set up to where even though it's not obvious here, if somebody just says, "Okay, I've confirmed," they can actually get it from the app later. So, like, if you're trying to onboard somebody with the wallet, and like, let's just say you're at a restaurant, I don't know where you would be, but let's say you're somewhere where like they're not going to write it down on a napkin. You could still onboard them and educate them how to get it later from settings, and still write it down safely.
All right, so let's click confirm. And you actually also took a question here up front from you, because I want to ask you, why is it possible to reveal that? So let's do that right away. We are here now in the Internet wallet. And my next question would be, if we go to the settings and we go to the seed phrase here, then now we would be able to reveal the seed phrase. And if I put in the passcode that I have given, then now we are able to see the words again, which MetaMask doesn't allow you to do, right? Why did you choose to go with that?
MetaMask does have that feature as well.
Oh, really? But then it must be recent. I remember like a couple of months ago, it was not possible. Or am I wrong here?
I don't want to say you're wrong, but it's been on MetaMask as long as I've been using MetaMask for a couple years. So you have to do it this way effectively, because we have to give people the option to see it. Otherwise, if they didn't save it right there, it's almost maybe a liability thing in a way. But the way that it's stored only on the local device, and it's encrypted in an encryption format called AES 256. So it is for all, unless someone is brute force hacking your phone and unencrypting the file on your local device. Again, this is why we use hardware wallets. But for all intents and purposes, most people, they're not going to be affected by this. So it's like it, but if you delete your app, that's gone forever. We do not ever store this information on any of our servers. It's only on your local device. So if you don't save this, or you lose your password before you save it, there's nothing we can do to help. We have no options to help you.
All right. Thanks for clarifying. I actually thought this was just something that you did and MetaMask doesn't do, but it's great that you were able to verify that. So let's see, what do we have here in the Internet Money Wallet? If I go back, how do I find the actual Internet, the wallet? You know, how can I go back here? Oh, here, I guess I just had to click on wallet. So this is the interface that we are seeing. What can you say about that? Like, what will be different here compared to MetaMask once I have my funds in here, for example?
So there's a couple things different we have going on here. First, I believe that we already have maybe a more easy to interact with user interface. And we want to continue, like, as we get user feedback, to continue to make it more intuitive, right? That's very important for us, is the intuition, or the intuitive nature of this. Something else that's really cool is, so as you add more accounts here and you see the total value up top, we actually have a different price feed aggregation than MetaMask does, where MetaMask relies on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. We're pulling from Deck Screener. So even new tokens are going to have a value here. So if a brand new token launches, you're going to see your value here right away, as long as it's on a supported chain. So I think that's a lot cooler too than MetaMask, because it's going to give those smaller tokens a voice, and the smaller projects and the smaller communities a voice, because they're going to be able to use this wallet and track the price of their portfolio. Also, the transactions tab, I think, is a really cool one that MetaMask does not have. And what this is here, and so the first time is a little slower because it's, I can get into that, but you're actually going to see an aggregation of all your transactions from all of your accounts here. So your sends, your receives, your swaps, if you claim your dividends, and if you connect to dApps, there's a few transactions that get aggregated here. And this is across all of your accounts. So like in MetaMask, you have to go into each account and see it. And also here you can filter, and you can, if you hit export, you don't have any transactions now, so it won't matter. But if you do have transactions and you hit export, it's going to put it into a nice CSV file. And so you can use that for taxes. It saves all your transaction hashes. It makes it nice, clean, and organized. And we want to add memos. So if you're like, hey, paid for a hamburger or whatever, this is going to really help for your taxes, or whatever you need the data for.
And then
So
here we also have the filter function, and it says filter for send transaction for receive. And this is already what MetaMask doesn't have, right?
exactly. And actually, throughout this process, if you notice right now, if you go to MetaMask, your received transactions do not propagate. It's only the transactions that you send from your MetaMask that propagate. And so we learned that, you actually have to call a third-party service. So we do have that for now. So we're kind of experimenting with that feature, but for now we are tracking received transactions, as MetaMask also does not have.
And what I think is really cool, you have this little present here, and in the future, I guess you will have a referral program. It is temporarily disabled, but maybe you can already talk about the referral program already to get the people excited.
But we actually, for those of who have been involved, we actually in beta, we've ran 2 tests of the referral program and the free airdrop. So the way it works is when you download the wallet, you're able to claim free crypto. And if somebody if you give somebody a referral code and they download the wallet and claim their free crypto, the person who downloaded gets a 20% bonus in their free claim, and you as the person who referred them get free crypto. So we started this we were using BNB and IM because that's the chain we launched on first. But the beautiful thing about this program is it can be extended to even like Hex and Ethereum, Pulse IM. We can literally have a reality, and we're working on it to where somebody can download the wallet, and like the utopia we see is they're going to be able to download multiple tokens across multiple different chains, and this could be someone's starter kit to crypto. And so we ran 2 versions of the free claim and referral program in beta, and we temporarily disabled it because we have to make it a little stronger. But it was a really cool feature, and actually, we've already had upwards of 10,000 downloads across the 3 platforms, and the referral program played a big part in that. It was really cool.
All right. Yeah, it shows that referral program really helps in onboarding new users, right? So I'm really excited for this future in the future. So let's go here to the networks, because this was one of the first things that you said today. What was the vision of Internet Money? That you want to have a wallet that is able to communicate with as much EVM chains as possible. And here we see BNB is already in here, Ethereum, Pulsechain, Testnet, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, Opera, Arbitrum, Gnosis, Kronos, and Optimism. This is already a lot, but this asks the question now, are there maybe more to come?
Oh, absolutely. And what you're going to see in a new update is that the Pulse Chain testnet is going to be the chain that's natively connected to when somebody downloads the wallet. So when testnet v3 comes out, the Internet Money Wallet is going to be the easiest possible way to connect to Pulse Chain testnet v3 and then Pulse Chain mainnet when it launches. Because like MetaMask right now, when you download it, you're natively connected to Ethereum. But our wallet, when you download it, you're natively going to be connected to Pulse Chain. So even people that are coming to our wallet that are not coming for Pulse Chain, they're going to see it. They're going to literally have to see the logo, touch the button, and switch off. They're going to have 3 interactions with Pulse Chain before they can get away from it. So if we as the Pulse Chain community push this wallet, we're also pushing awareness to Pulse Chain. And another testnet, I know it's a little controversial, but hey, we are trying to onboard into crypto, and we're trying to onboard into Pulse Chain. We're actually about to, in the next update, you're going to see X1, the Zen chain, you're going to see it supported here as well. So their community can interact with it, and yeah, so they can do that.
I think this is just for now that this kind of stuff is really critical in the Hex ecosphere, in the Richard Hart ecosystem, because so far we only have Hex, but in the future we will also have Pulse Chain, Pulse X. We will have the incentive token, and so on and so on. So I think it's really good to open up to other chains. We will live in a blockchain world. We cannot deny that. So it's great that Internet Money is already providing us with the tool to connect with all the different blockchains here. And then I love how you push it into the people's face, basically. Pulsechain is going to be the native default blockchain that is on Internet Money. That is really, really cool. So let's see, what else do we have here? The dividends, there's not much yet to see here, and we will talk about the WD token in a second. I just want to finish off with presenting the wallet here, and then we also go to internetmoney.io to talk about internet money and about WD, because there we have those nice graphics which everybody can understand really easy. So here the resources, I think that's great as well, because now here you can show what are the great DeFi products,
Yes.
right? Like Sushi, Swap, Pulse, X, and so on. So let's elaborate a little bit on that.
So, and look at that, shout out Hex, see this is what I just want to harp on this a little bit, because with this wallet, yes, it is not directly a Richard Hart product, but with this wallet, it introduces people to the Richard Hart ecosystem. And that's a very beautiful thing. So the resources tab here, this is again just the early versions of it, right? We want to build this out so it's really cool, and it can be sorted and organized and all these things. But this is kind of an example of what you can expect to see in the future, right? Having dexes, websites, having just even the Ethereum RPC nodes, because we went through that whole Infura collecting our data scare. So we wanted to provide the resource, so people could connect to their own RPCs and not have their IP address collected. And then, that's for the actual sites. And then videos, we want to have, tutorials, not just from us, but from you make tutorials, other people in the community make tutorials, having tutorials in the wallet for just, again, these are just examples. And same thing with articles, just whether we make the content or whether other people make the content, having helpful and pertinent information here, I think is very important for everybody. See, look, from what is a seed phrase and what is impermanent loss, a new person and an experienced person can benefit,
And it's really important for the new people to have this all in this site, which is already battle proof, right? You will not put scams on this site, so people are not exposed to that. If they know exactly, if I click here on learn more, then I will learn from a knowable site, that will not scam me.
Exactly.
So this is really, really good. And now we have the statistic here as well. There's nothing here to see yet, but what kind of statistics will there be in the future?
So we're still kind of playing around with that. Like initially we were thinking, okay, let's put all the internet money, all the WD stats, which I think we will, but I think we want to expand those stats to like, how much volume is the wallet doing? What is the overall crypto market volume? Just things that not only internet money people will find relevant, but the general crypto space can come back to the wallet as like, I don't know, their source for crypto information. So we had some stats there. We're updating it.
The number one stat that I was thinking of when I read it was the Gways on the Ethereum chain, or
that's
the Gways on the other ones, and even how they were in the past, so you can maybe estimate that they are better on the weekend. So this is what I would definitely love to see here in the statistics.
Great suggestion, and that'll probably show up there. It has to.
Exactly. I mean, we all go to your Etherscan and then we watch it up. So let's go to the settings. And I think we do not have to talk too much about this. It's just one question that I had from here is, and we talked about that already, why we are able to recover and see the seed phrase again after we created that. But it actually makes sense, right? If you create this, the wallet with your friends and just scribble it on a piece of paper really quick in the bar, then this can maybe get lost. So it's actually pretty good that you are able to make your seed phrase visible again. Is there anything else here in the settings that we can talk about? Or should we go ahead and go to Internet Money to talk about Internet Money and WD?
Well, I guess just, while we're there, we're trying to make it more intuitive as well. Like we actually have different emails set up. So if you feature requests, submit a bug, contact us for general stuff, that's going to go right to our emails. If you scroll up a little bit, actually another thing too that we had here, like go back to the top. Let's see. Yeah. So themes coming soon. It's kind of black and gold right now, but we want to build out a pulse chain skin. We want to do custom skins and themes so people can make the wallet look like, we want it to even be to the point where it's like, hey, here's some preloaded skins and themes. We even want it to be like, hey, I want my buttons to be blue, my backgrounds to be pink, the words to be white. We really want this wallet to be customizable. I like customizable things. Choose a language. We're gonna be, it's only English right now, but we're gonna work towards multilingual support. And we'll start with like the biggest parts of the community first. So like right now we actually have like We have a Chinese community. We have an African community. We have like people all over the world using this thing. And so we'll start with the most concentrated parts of the community. And then, because not only English speakers are using crypto, there's people all over the world. So that's the beauty of crypto.
You tell them. How I see it is like at least the Hexicans, the biggest communities is in America, then Australia, and then I think the third one is already Germany. So maybe German should be in there as soon as possible.
You got it, Abe. But for you, brother, German's coming to the Internet Money Wallet.
Yeah, that would be great. So let's go back to Internet Money and let's talk a little bit about the Internet Money token and also about WD, because this is actually, I think, what is the most interesting for me and what differentiates you from MetaMask. I mean, people are saying for such a long time that MetaMask might come out with their own token and so on, but you do it right away. I think that's great. Let's talk about that a little bit. What are the most interesting things about Internet Money token?
So we actually have 3 tokens in our ecosystem. And if this is, too much like information for people, it's totally fine. So the Internet Money Token IM, we have it as our deflationary peer-to-peer digital cash. It is a very simple token, a very simple contract. There's no taxes, there's no reflections, there's no staking. It's a basic contract with a burn function. And so what we want to do with this token is when we make partnerships with goods and services in the physical world and the digital world, we're going to need a token that we can actually partner with people. And that's not to say that we have like a large supply to do that. We don't. But what I mean is, if I go and I buy a coffee, getting into that world, I'm not doing that with WD. And we'll get into why here shortly. So this is a token that we foresee as being movable, right? People are paying for goods and services with it. And a lot of currencies in our fiat world are inflationary. And by nature of them being inflationary, devalue the rest of the currency holders. So we have implemented a buy and burn feature to Internet Money. So it is a deflationary medium of exchange. So that's pretty much Internet Money.
And here I am in the black paper. You don't call it white paper. You individualize that as well. You call it black paper. And here it says the liquidity, app download, freemiums, and referral program. Here shown in red. And then the blue are the current holders. And you had a sacrifice phase for Internet Money. Is that correct? And are these represented by the current holders?
So we're going to have an updated black paper coming out soon. Couple things. The sacrifice was not for Internet Money. That we launched that is its own thing. And actually Internet Money exists on Binance, and we did if you held Internet Money IM on Binance, you got a 1-to-1 airdrop when we launched on Ethereum. So actually on Ethereum, this pie here is actually like 75 or more % blue. So we added the initial liquidity pool on Ethereum. So this is also going to shrink on Binance, and this will also shrink on Pulse Chain. And eventually, this is going to be no pink. It's going to be 100% in the hands of the holders. And we're very close to that. The reason it can't be 100% right now is we're waiting on Pulse Chain. We can't, there's nothing we can do about that because we're going to do another copy there. And we need tokens to create that initial liquidity pool.
And now I see that's also really interesting, the buy and burn. And this is about the dividend token, or is that about Internet Money?
Well, they're symbiotic, right? Our whole ecosystem, it works together. So to understand the buy and burn, you have to understand the dividend token a little more, because there is you can see here. So the way the dividend token works is when swaps occur within the wallet, a fee is charged. That's like MetaMask. That's like Trust Wallet. That's every wallet that has an in-app swap feature. There's fees. The difference with our wallet is, whereas 100% of those fees go to the creators of the wallet, 100% of our fees go back to the holders of the dividend token. And those fees are paid in Pulse, ETH, BNB, whatever the native coin is for the chain. So holders of the dividend token earn passive income in Pulse, ETH, BNB, again, whatever the chain is. Now, where the buy and burn comes into play is there will be a wallet that is holding the dividend token, some of it. It'll be earning Pulse, ETH, and BNB, and then it'll buy Internet Money off of the open market, and it'll burn it. So as the wallet generates more volume and this wallet is earning more fees, more internet money theoretically will be bought and burned.
And here we see more internet money gets burned. That's great. I love a buy and burn that functions just like this. As more engagement there is, as more gets burned, right?
Exactly.
So that's beautiful. Here we see KG and Don Montoya, the founders of Internet Money, and this is pretty much it with the black paper. So let's go.
And that's on purpose. We wanted it short, sweet, and digestible. Look, I love reading white papers that are philosophical dissertations, but nobody is reading a 30-page super technical white paper. I mean, like, again, we wanted something that people can read, understand the ecosystem, and understand what we're doing.
I think you did really, really good on the black paper here. And we already talked now about Internet Money and about WD, but there is way more about WD. And I think we can also find that somewhere here on
Go up to ecosystem there, just on the header. The
ecosystem here we go,
tab. Yep, and go to wallet. And the website also, we're working on it in the back end. It's going through a facelift right now, so it's getting remodeled. Yeah, so this is WD here. And
well, this now here is a little bit different from what we have seen before, right?
Yes, WD is, there is no other token in crypto that exists like this. We invented this technology. This is the first and only token in crypto like this, and we are the first and only wallet in crypto doing this. So this is an invention of the Internet Money team right here, what you're looking at. Now,
again, what is the core invention here, to point that out?
It is the collection and distribution of fees as generated by the wallet, and doing so in an immutable, no admin key smart contract.
Amazing. So what do you think? Should we walk through the steps 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Sure. Yeah. So step 1, a swap happens in the wallet. You swap from USDC to IM, you swap from Hex to ETH, Hedron to Maxi, whatever you're doing, the swap happens. You pay a fee, just like you do in MetaMask, Trust Wallet, whatever. Our fee is actually less than all the major wallets. So now that fee gets paid. Now that fee gets deposited into the smart contract, which is, the smart contract is WD. Steps 1 and 2 happen in another part of our technology. We have a swap router, a DEX aggregator. That's smart contract 1. So that all happens there. Then those fees go from the swap, called the swap router contract. It goes from there and it gets deposited into the WD contract. And then it sits there. It sits there, and only in number 4 can the holder of the WD token claim their fees. Now here's the cool thing. So let's say you own 10% of the WD supply. That means every time coins hit the smart contract, you're entitled to claim 10% of that. So as your balance racks up, the contract retains your credit. So even if you transfer your WD to another wallet or you sell it and you still have not claimed them from the contract, you can still claim your income. And what's cool is every block that gets processed, you can claim your coins. So you can claim passive income all day. And likewise, you don't have to claim for 20 years if you don't want to. 30 years, there is no expiration date. You can claim as frequently or as infrequently as you want.
And I think this income as frequently as you choose. This is wording is pretty cool. And you said it's every single block. I guess on BNB you could do it more frequently than on Ethereum, for example. But why did you choose to do it like this, where you can really claim every single block if you wanted to?
Right. Because yes, in the Hex ecosystem, there is absolute value in delaying gratification. And we believe in that. We're Hexicans. But on the flip side of that coin, there is also value in flexibility. So our token, there is no staking. You can be as flexible with this token as you want to be. All you have to do is hold it. So life happens, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen one moment from now. And so the way that we've created this system is it allows you to be liquid and fluid. And so if you want to claim, literally, if you want to sit on your phone all day and just hit that claim button and pay that gas to get your income, by all means. Let's say you end up in a coma. Say you go to prison. this is going to be waiting for you when you come out, as long as Ethereum or Binance exists, right? You know, so we believe in the flexibility and the liquidity of the philosophy.
And how I understand it is that you have your WD token and you tell the smart contract, look, these are the tokens that I have. Now pay me out whatever I am owned, right? And as long as you have them in your own possession, in your own wallet, you get then all the rewards in the native tokens. But in this time, could you also maybe choose to use WD to maybe provide liquidity, you know, and then after 1 week you pull this liquidity and then you claim?
That, no. So if you provide, and this is actually, if we're going to get deep, this is actually another, you know, if you provide liquidity, the contract is going to be entitled to receive your income. So like for instance, if you provide liquidity in Uniswap is going to be entitled to receive your Pulse, Ether, BNB. And here's what gets interesting. Because Uniswap theoretically, PancakeSwap theoretically, PulseX theoretically is never going to claim those tokens, this contract is going to take these tokens out of existence. They're going to be locked in here forever.
All right, now I see. Then actually what it does, I guess, is that it looks for every block that where are the tokens, and if they are not in your wallet, then the wallet that owns the token at this period of time will then be able to claim.
Exactly.
All right. Then I understood that correctly. Well, yeah, that's actually the innovation behind it, that you don't have to do anything with your WD tokens, and you are still able to collect the fees at any point. So no staking, no lockup mechanism, which is, maybe sad because you cannot earn like additional interest, but you have already the interest that you're earning anyways by just holding. And I think this is exactly the point here. What is the biggest innovation? And today the title of this video is Internet Money, the new crypto wallet. Earn crypto while you hodl. And this is something that everybody knows, right? Even the Bitcoin people know what it means to hodl, to just hold on to your coins. And now for the first time, you get rewarded by natively just by doing nothing. I think that is a really, really cool concept.
Thank you. And I think that we're going to see this in wallets going forward because A, we're less expensive, and B, look, you're earning native coins. There's a fixed supply of WD, 2 billion, always and forever. It doesn't inflate, it doesn't deflate. So you don't have to put sell pressure on the token that's generating you your income. You literally get the gas coin, the most valuable coin on any network. And why is it the most valuable? Because it's the only coin, the only asset on any chain that has inherent value. And by inherent value, I mean everything that happens on the chain can't happen without it. No other coin on any chain can say that. Only the native coin can. So if a chain succeeds, the native coin succeeds. And there's actually another part of this too. If you don't mind, I want you to click the black paper.
Give me a second. The black paper here, yeah.
Yes, sir. And click the WD black paper. So this is going to actually introduce token number 3. All right. We're a 3 token ecosystem. All right. So scroll down to page 4 on the left side there. Right there. That little gray guy right there. So now we have something going on, right? So WD is going to exist on initially Pulse Chain, Ethereum, and Binance. But you saw all those chains in the wallet. We want WD on as many chains as possible because whatever chain we launch it on, the holders earn passive income in the form of that coin. So back to your question earlier, we did have a sacrifice. We actually had 2 sacrifices. The first sacrifice was for WD on Pulse Chain and Pulse Chain only. The second sacrifice was for WD on Binance, Ethereum, and all future EVM chains. Here's another innovation that we did at the Internet Money office is, so when you sacrificed, you got WD on Ethereum and Binance, and you're actually getting this token FWD or future wallet dividend that's only going to exist on Ethereum. Now, this is so cool because we also tokenized the sacrifice set. What do I mean by that? So if you sacrificed and you hold your FWD token, every time we launch WD, you're just going to continue to get airdrops. That's it. We launch on Phantom, WD airdrop. We launch on Gnosis chain, WD airdrop. Polygon, WD. You're just going to continue to get WD. But now here's the cool thing. You can sell your future tokens. You'll stop getting airdrops. But now whoever holds this token gets the airdrops in the future. So we now created a speculative asset that has inherent value because it's going to get airdrops in a dividend yielding asset. So this right here is tokenizing the sacrifice set. So you get to, here's another cool thing besides just getting WD. I sacrificed for Pulse Chain almost 2 years ago or over 2 years ago. I am still tied to that wallet until Pulse Chain comes out. That's not the case with FWD. You can move wallets. You can split up your position. You can do whatever you want. It makes your sacrifice tokenized and movable. So that's FWD right there.
I think that's a great innovation. And you know what is great? That in the future, people will probably fork Pulse Chain, other blockchains will come out. So it's already a given that you have more airdrops to come. I think that's just brilliant. So cool.
Yeah, so when Pulse Chain 2.0 comes out, if you're holding FWD, you're going to get WD on Pulse Chain 2. Pulse Chain 2.0.
Wow. Well, this is a great flow of income just from airdrops. I think that's a great benefit for all the internet money people in the ecosystem for sure. So today I was sharing my entire screen. So I was really listening to what you were saying, not listening into the chat here. So let's maybe go through the chat and what the people are asking here. And then I have a couple of questions as well to finish up. So clean widget to track coins on phones would be awesome. And I think this is what you're working on right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brandon is saying, my Triple says, my brain is swelling up with all this great information. Yes,
Shout out,
provided
sir.
A lot so far, and there's even more to come. So let's see what we have here. FWD is forward thinking for future change. Things of X1 or even of Polygon or Avalanche get bigger. And what would you say to Hexicans that are saying, no, you can only have Pulse Chain, you're not allowed to have X1? What would you say to counter this?
I would say think bigger, because right now we can no longer be hex only. I mean, you can be. You by all means, you can be hex only. I support you, do your thing. But if you believe in Pulse Chain, you no longer can be hex only. So even though X1 is, I know all the narratives and everything that's going on with Jack, and he's a vampire and he's sucking all of our blood when we sleep. I get it. But X1 and Zen are their own community. Even though maybe some Hexicans share in both communities, they are out there interacting and engaging with all of these chains. So the reason I say think bigger is because if we make friends with X1, if we make friends with Phantom, if we make friends with Polygon, AVAX, if we make friends with all these people and we get them to come into the Internet Money Wallet, we are literally, by nature of them just downloading the wallet, going to onboard people into Pulse Chain. So we can't be out there saying hex only, because Pulse Chain is no longer one ERC20. Pulse Chain is a community. It is an ecosystem. And the blockchain is only going to succeed if people are building on it and transacting on it. So we cannot be the standoffish, stay away community anymore. We absolutely cannot be. And so I think what we do as the wallet is we're the bridge builder. We want to make friends with everybody. So as people come into the wallet, WD holders win and Pulse Chain wins. And that's our mission.
And I think you put that so beautifully. X1 is its own blockchain, its own ecosystem, and people will go out and try to onboard into this ecosystem. And what makes X1 special to me is that, I'm already friends with this community. They love me. If I'm going to their Twitter space, if I'm going anywhere, they will bring me up. They will let me speak. And then I endorse Richard Hart as the best person in crypto. And, this is how it works.
Exactly.
This is how we reverse the vampire attack.
No, so you're absolutely right. And it's like, how many people out there right now only transact on one chain? I transact on at least 5 chains right now. So it's like, even if somebody can definitely be an X1 user, a Pulse Chain user, an Ethereum user, a Binance user, this is a multi-chain reality. That's the last thing I wanted to say.
100% multi-chain reality. This is a really great put. And you can onboard no coiners that are not using any blockchain, but you can have it a little bit easier by just onboarding somebody who is in crypto already, who uses any other blockchain, and then they have financial energy in the crypto space, and it's really easy to bring that over to Pulse Chain. So I think it's a really good onboarding mechanism. So
I agree.
JB is saying here, Vitalik has mentioned having smart contract wallets. Does Internet Money Wallet fit in that category?
Kind of. There are smart contracts within the wallet and that the wallet utilizes and leverages, but the wallet itself is not a smart contract. So I guess it's in the middle, maybe.
So one of the questions that I have written down here, for example, what are exciting developments that we can expect from Internet Money in the future? And I think JB is asking something similar here as well with the second part of his question. Will future AI properties functions also be considered in the future version?
Well, right now everything's kind of on the table. We don't have any specific like, hey, here's what we're going to do with AI. We just don't. I mean, we're still learning about it, still seeing where it could fit into what we're building. So possibly, potentially that's the best I can say about AI right now.
Even Don Montoya is like, as the founder. That's great. This is fire for sure.
That's my wife, by the way. What's up? Love you, baby.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
I think Yuri is here somewhere as well. So let's see what other interesting questions.
Shout out to the supportive ladies, right?
Exactly. They're helping us so much. I couldn't do it without her because she's helping me with everything that is surrounded what we are doing here. So I can just be more productive.
100%.
So I'm just trying to find here more questions that we can ask. I wish more Hexicans would get this. We have a few guys that continue to burn bridges that do not need to be burned. Well, PNW Sasquatch, I think it's just a few that are really loud. Most Hexicans, they are actually inclusive. They want to onboard other people. So this is just the narrative that we are saying that, the Hexicans are like that. But I think I'm looking over this horizon and I'm saying that, no, we Hexicans are actually really, really inclusive with the whole world.
Here's two Hexicans right here right in front of you. We're all about inclusion. So let's go.
Big G says he's late to the party. Don't worry, you can just skip back a little bit, 50 minutes. There has been a lot of alpha, a lot of knowledge about internet money. It's going to be really interesting for you to watch. So I endorse you to go back and then maybe try to catch up with double speed or something like this. This is something that people do sometimes. All right, KG, I think this was a really interesting stream. We created the wallet. We talked about all the features of Internet Money, about all the innovations that we have. We talked about Internet Money Coin and WD. And then what was the third coin called again?
So it's Internet Money, IM, Internet Money Wallet Dividend, WD, or Future Wallet Dividend, FWD.
And then maybe what we can do as well, I saw that before here on the page. Let me bring that up really quick so everybody can follow along. So here you can read everything what Internet Money offers, but here it also says other features. What are some things I can do? So claim free crypto. What is this all about?
So that was the referral program that's on pause right now. So again, we're going through a website remodel right now. So everything's going to be a little more organized, a little more relevant. We're going to have some cool graphics coming. So yeah, this is kind of like basic features for now, but it's going to be built out a little better.
So earn passive income. This is what Internet Money is all about. Just by holding WD token, you get a passive income. We have talked about that as well. If you guys want to know more about that, just scroll down back a little bit. And here we have something that is really interesting as well, which is the support, 24/7, 365 tech support. How are you able to do that?
So it's kind of twofold, right? So part of it is community driven, in that we have a very active Telegram room. And if you're watching, please join the Telegram. It's the best place to communicate and get information. So we have a very active Telegram room where we have admins literally all over the world in every time zone. 90% of the time you drop a message in the Internet Money chat, you're getting a response in 5 minutes. And we continue to build that team out. And so you're going to have this peer tech support, help. But also through the wallet, you can submit like a bug, a feature request, or just contact us, and that goes to our email, and we actually are able to disseminate that to our devs. So you have, in-app dev style stuff where we can respond to you via email. You got to leave us a way to respond back. We get emails all the time that's like, hey, I'm having this problem, help me, but you don't like leave a response email, and so you got to leave a feedback email or we can't help.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's where that comes from.
So then we see the normal features of every wallet, send, receive, but also don't forget about earning passive income from the DW, which is just baked into the code, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, as long as you're swapping within the wallet, or anybody, you don't even have to be, as long as people are swapping within the wallet, WD holders are earning passive income.
And this is here the next tab, swap crypto. So just like MetaMask, you are able to swap in the wallet as well. And this is then, I guess, the convenience that people pay a little fee of, right?
Exactly.
And the resources we saw there, you can see videos, for example, you get links, a lot of interesting resources that makes it easier for the people to just get knowledgeable in crypto. I think that's really, really important. But one of the most interesting things for me, at least, is that you have all your networks there in Internet Money. You can just choose on what network you want to be on. In MetaMask, it's a little bit more complicated. You have to put all the information about the new network in there yourself, and you're taking this away from the user. So it's just so much more convenient.
Yes, and to clarify there, we want to continue to expand that list. But if there's a chain we don't support, you can still add the custom network. So the user does still have that option.
Awesome. So, KG, is there something that we have not mentioned yet and you definitely want to share with our viewers?
Man, we've talked about a lot of great things. I think that if anybody I hope we've piqued your interest. We are continuing to make partnerships. We are doing amazing things, not only for Pulse Chain, but for the crypto space in general. We are, I believe, truly that we're going to force the big guys in the space to reevaluate their business model. And if you want to ask any questions, you can go to our Telegram. It's literally just at Internet Money IO. Our Twitter is at Internet Money IO. You can get all of our social links, internetmoney.io. Like Abit said, it's in the description. And that's pretty much it. We talked about a lot of great things. And if you have any questions, we have a very helpful, responsive, and we have an actual community in Telegram. If you want to voice chat, we voice chat very often. Just don't be afraid. Whether you're a brand new person in crypto or you're super experienced, you can come into the Internet Money chat and not only ask questions about Internet Money, you can ask questions about crypto too. We talk about crypto in the Internet Money Telegram. So again, we're onboarding. I can't even tell you how many people that are brand new to crypto only have one group, and that's Internet Money, and they're in the Telegram chat that have never heard of Pulse Chain, that have never heard of Hex, that have never heard of anything we're doing here. But because we're constantly out there networking and making these connections, our Telegram chat is becoming this community of education and, as silly and cliche as it sounds, like friendship. Like there's a great vibe and energy there. So it's an awesome place to be. InternetMoney.io.
Well, you find all the links in the video description, like you said, and Fishing for Shares is saying, I can't wait for WD. And J-Bros is saying, I sacked originally in a group. So in the first group there, I guess, was another group as well, like you explained in the stream before. But let me ask you this question. What can somebody do who has not sacked at all? And, just wants to get more involved, maybe hold Internet Money, hold WD. What would you give as a recommendation?
So if you want to get in on Internet Money, you can. It's available on PancakeSwap. Sorry, it's available on Binance and Ethereum. So there is, with Pulse Chain coming, there is going to be a one-to-one airdrop there. So if you want to get into Binance and Ethereum, it is available. And if you go to our Telegram, we have all the links and everything there. If you want to get in on FWD and WD, you're going to have to wait till we launch. And we're actually within the next couple of days, WD is going to be on Binance, Pulse Chain, and Ethereum testnet. And then in about 7 to 8 weeks, WD is going to be on mainnet. So if you want to get in, you have to buy it from someone who sacrificed. There's no other way. to get it at this point. Sacrifice is closed. You're going to have to buy it from somebody if they're willing to sell it.
And I don't think anybody would do anything like this. But now you're giving all those expectations with the days for the future. So KG, maybe you can tell us a little bit from the sacrifice. How was that? I guess this was your first sacrifice that you did in your life. How did you experience this?
It was overwhelmingly positive. The first sacrifice, let's see, it was $1.6 million was sacrificed. In the second sacrifice, about $860,000 was sacrificed. So between the two, a total of about 2.5 million, which was absolutely incredible. We had about 1,900 wallets that sacrificed, which is another thing many wallets I don't think any other wallets have going into existence. We have basically a user base and a sales force, if you will, of 1,900 people. So
wow.
Sacrifice was all positive, all good, overwhelmingly positive response. And we are just very excited to get this thing to mainnet. We are so close. Again, testnet within the next couple of days, and then mainnet 7 to 8 weeks. I cannot wait.
Right. Congratulations for this very successful sacrifice, I would call it. And I think this is a really good foundation for a lot of work that you can go into it now and, just focus on that, focus on developing and the future of DeFi wallet. I'm really excited to see all of that. KG, thank you so much for doing all of that, onboarding the people into Pulsechain, bringing all the blockchains together and giving us, the crypto user, a better experience in crypto. This will help humanity overall, I believe. So thank you so much for being here and giving us all the answers and answering all the questions. Thanks for you guys being here in the chat, participating. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I see you guys tomorrow when I have Famous in the house and we will talk about leverage trading. Does leverage trading really have to suck? We will elaborate on that question. So thank you guys for being here. I will now play the outro and see you guys very, very soon.
Thank you, Abit.
Okay, so I'm hoping the book will be educational. Well, why? Well, because maybe it would be better for people to be educated than not to be, so that they don't have to suffer so stupidly, and so they could be less malevolent, and that the world would be a less brutal place. That would be all right. So that's part of my goal. I'm a clinician. I want to fulfill that part of my moral obligation to justify my privileged position in the social hierarchy, right? I'm a scientist. I want to test my hypothesis and see if they're correct so I can advance the scientific domain and push human knowledge a little bit farther out into the unknown, right? And I'm doing that maybe because I want to be a good person, something like that. Okay, so now we're a long ways out in the moral hierarchy. And so now we might think about, well, what does it mean to be a good person? Does that mean something? Well, you think it does. Because you know people who are good people and you know people who aren't good people, and you make a qualitative distinction between them, and you know when you're being a good person and when you're not, and you make a qualitative distinction between that too. So I don't think we have to have a discussion about whether or not good and bad people exist. We might have a discussion about how you distinguish between them, but that's a different issue.